everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is Neema from Yours Only Neema YouTube channel. In today's video, I've decided to take a handful of companies that are well known and look into what skills and job responsibility they look for in terms of a data scientist. So let's get started. The whole idea of this video is that I wanted to actually give a gist or a summary of what are the skills a data science aspirant or a person who's looking to be a data scientist in any of these companies should focus on. So please do keep watching till the end because I will be giving a summary, and also I would like to also give a summary on what are the relevant tasks that a person will be working on with respect to these companies. So please do watch from start to end. And the first company we'll look into is Google. As everybody who dreams about Google, right? All of us want to get a job in Google, at Google. Let's take a deep dive what this company looks for in terms of a data scientist. So in terms of, sorry, I have a list of notes here, so I'll be looking into my notes and then articulating in the video. So the qualification that Google as a company look for while recruiting a data scientist are they look for people who comes from BTech, and they also look for people who comes from masters in quantified field like computer science or anything that is having max as a background. And then they look for experience in data science, data analytics, and they look for experience in technologies like technical language like SQL or Python, and also big data and cloud platform. So scales in order to deploy large scale data science solution. So these are the things that they look for in terms of qualification and skills. Now that we know this qualification that Google is looking for, so let's see the responsibility and work that a data scientist at Google will do. So the data science, the first thing that they have noted is they leverage critical thinking. They wanted the person to basically leverage critical thinking and problem statement to ensure efforts are focused on delivering impactful and actionable outcomes. So that's one thing. They also look for people who can adopt and develop methodologies in like such as data mining, analysis using code script that can translate from research to production. And so people who are recruited as a data scientist will also eventually work on analyze and develop exploratory, predictive and prescriptive models in such as any model such as like machine learning model, time series, NLP, etc. And they also basically have an opportunity to collaborate cross-functional teams and stakeholders. So that's the whole responsibility a Google data scientist will be held upon and will also work on. The second company I would like to mention here is Amazon. Once again, Amazon is a well-known company. A lot of us again dream getting a job at Amazon. So let's see what skills Amazon is looking for in a data scientist, and also see what a data scientist at Amazon will work on. So with skill perspective, they expect a BTech or masters in a quant field or computer science. So that's one thing. The second thing they also look into is experience in predictive modeling, analytics, and also they look into people who have experience in problem solving and computer science fundamentals. So this is something very important, guys. So I've noticed a couple of jobs that Amazon basically look into is the problem solving and critical thinking, as well as the computer science fundamentals. So these are the skills and qualifications that they look for. And let's look into what are the what are the responsibilities a data scientist will be working on. So they basically work on delivering data-driven analysis and insights that are driven across certain teams, and also drive business. And he or she would also be using a combination of analytics, data visualization, prescriptive modeling, and machine learning to identify gaps in current solutions. So these are the work that are being expected out of a data scientist at Amazon. So next, let's look into another company which is called American Express. So, in terms of qualification, this role is basically targets upon the early career people. So it's like an entry level data scientist. So the qualification is pretty much the same. They expect BTech and masters from quant field such as computer science or any field that involves mathematics. And they also look into people who have experience in analytics, data science, and predominantly they look for people who work on statistics and SQL. So this is something very important, guys. And the work related thing is people who are working as a data scientist at American Express will get to drive projects through advanced analytic techniques, and they also have the opportunity to maximize business returns uh, by providing efficient and accurate models and analytic process or structure. So that's what they'll be working on. And so basically they also have the opportunity to learn and communicate with stakeholders and help them in making decisions. So that those are the responsibility a data scientist at American Express can do. So the other company that I would like to talk here and add into the list is UBS. So the qualification remains the same. It's again they are looking for a graduate person, and or they also look for people who are basically having the knowledge of data science and developing code in Python and PySpark. So this is something relevant to like coding oriented skills, and they are more into coding oriented skills. And they also look for skills such as working knowledge on Tableau and identify and analyze and interpret insights. So something that they are also looking is the data analytics skills, and that's something that I found in terms of UBS data scientist. And let's look into what a data scientist at UBS will also work on. The work here will be predominantly data analytics. So what I see is the person who will be working as a data scientist will get the opportunity in working on exploratory data analysis and work on ETL techniques, and also data collection, uh, talk to people, gather the requirements, do the data collection, clean the data, and so the whole process, right? The exploratory data analysis. So it's something that they are they'll be working on. And also there is an opportunity for the person to uh, work on data visualization, present dashboards, and also present stories to the stakeholders. So these are the things that a data scientist at UBS will be doing. So the another company that I wanted to stress is HP. A data scientist at HP. Let's look into the qualification. So the qualification is they should have experience in querying database and with languages like SQL, Python, and R. And they also need to have they also look for people who have experience in creating machine learning models and algorithms like regression model, clustering, neural network, etc. And they also look for people who have experience in creating dashboards such as using tools like Tableau, Power BI, and visualization. So that's what they're looking for. And in terms of what the person data scientist at HP will be working on, they will be in a situation to analyze data and drive optimization and improvement of product development. So this is a product based company, right? So they are more of a product oriented solutioning, and they also expect you to use predictive modeling to increase and optimize customer experience and other metrics. And they also expect you to coordinate with different functional team in order to implement model and monitor their outcomes. So these are the responsibility that a data scientist at HP will be working on. So the final company that I would like to tell and close upon is PhonePe. So this company is recruiting a lot of data scientists. So I thought why not add this company as well. So the qualification they are looking for is BTech, CS graduate, that is a computer science graduate, can also be a master's, and they also look for applied mathematics graduate as well. So that is something to be noted. And they also look for experience in machine learning model, NLP, SQL, and also they look for people who have the ability to communicate strongly to the stakeholders and work with people as a team. So they also look for team management and team collaborations. And so that's it. With respect to the work that they'll be doing at PhonePe, they will be analyzing large volume of data and implement and deploy solution. They also evaluate effectiveness of the solution, and in terms of creating analysis, do hypothesis testing or A/B testing. And they also look into they will also be in a situation to communicate with executive members and present the findings. So these are the relevant work that they'll be doing, for example a data scientist at PhonePe. Now that I have listed out the qualification and the job responsibility on each different companies, right, let's get a summary of what recruiter look for in terms of a data scientist profession. So the qualification we predominantly see is all of these companies look for a computer science graduate or a math background is very important. The second thing is they look for people who have analytics experience. For example, they need people who are in terms of analyzing data, present findings, present understand the trend or find insights. So that's one thing. Another thing is they look for people who are aware of machine learning model, and also who are aware of creating a machine learning model and using Python, R, and other relevant packages like NLP and neural network packages, right? So that's important. And other predominantly used tech skill that is mentioned is SQL. So irrespective of whether it's a hardcore machine learning job or a data analytics, SQL has been mentioned in every companies that you can see. And also with respect to companies like Google and Amazon, what I can see is they're expecting people who have cloud based experience, like they should have been working on any of their cloud softwares like GCP or Amazon RDS, all those softwares and tools. So that's something that we have seen in this list of qualifications, right? So those are the qualification I would like to give as a summary in terms of what recruiters look in terms of selecting a candidate for the interview process. Now, with respect to the work responsibility, what I see predominantly is all of these company look for people, expect people to work on analysis, extract large volume of data, analyze the data, present findings, put it in a dashboard format, present your data visualization. And also they also look for soft skills that is very important, that is communication, which is really very important. And they expect you to be like working in a team oriented structure, and also talk to a cross functional team in order to present and understand the whole solutioning better. So that's another thing. The third thing I also found is that some of the work will also involve creating machine learning model such as regression, clustering, time series forecasting. So all of that has also been there. And the other thing is the uh, deploying the solution into production. So that's a thing that I've been seeing on several job postings. So that's also is one of the job responsibility of a data scientist. So these are the summary of a job responsibility in terms of job responsibility. So I hope this gives a very well view on what are the skills that need to be focused on, and what likely you would be working on if you are recruited in as a data scientist in any of these companies. Do let me know in the comment section if you want to add any companies that you're looking for as well.